Yeah, I'm proud of the scene. And even what you doing, like the Mile High Minute shit, that's a big deal. Denver need that.
Oh, yeah.
And like the fact that we have that now, it's a big push.
Right.
It's
No.
a big push.
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We live in Denver, Colorado at Dream Space Studios with the one and only man, Charlie Vuitton. What's the word, man?
Hey, though. What's happening?
Shit, just working, man. Long way to interview. Long awaited.
Yeah, on God.
Hell
On
yeah.
God. We've been meaning to get this one done for a second.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
You've been featured in a couple videos. I know the one when I pulled up to the east side in front of Lucero's.
Right.
You were in the back of that one. That was dope.
Right. The Eastern Conference.
Yep.
Yep, I remember that.
And then I know y'all seen him on my page quite a few times for sure. Got to, man. But let's just get right into it. So, where are you originally born?
I'm from Aurora, Colorado.
Born and raised?
Yes, sir.
Basically, like, grew up there your whole life, or?
Whole life, my dad grew up in the A. My dad was born in Mexico, but I want to say he moved to Aurora like 5 or 6, and my whole family been in the A's ever since then.
Yeah. So you say your dad was originally born in Mexico?
Yep.
Like, was most of your family born in Mexico, or are you just your dad, or?
Nah, yeah, most of my family was born in Mexico. Like, of that generation.
Yeah.
All my cousins and shit, we all from different parts of out here, like Arizona and Texas and shit.
Yeah. What brought them to Colorado?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I just know, like, my mom, or I call my grandma my mama, but my dad's mom, she's had her little business in Aurora for like 30 plus years, some shit like that. She got like a little immigration service helping people put in for their papers and shit.
Yeah. So they came over and then started like helping other people with.
Yup, like started a family business and been grinding ever since.
That's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
What made her start that, just because of that fact that she wants to help other people out? You know
I don't even know. My family's like a family of hustlers. Like, they always trying to start a new business or figure some shit out. I don't know what opened up her mind to start that business, but she got into it and ran with it.
That's dope. Okay, so you're born and raised in Aurora. What were you into growing up before, like, the music? Were you playing sports or anything like that, or?
Shit, I mean, I played sports as far as like any other little kid, like real young, you feel me? Never in high school or nothing like that. Never had no hoop dreams type shit, you feel me?
No. You tall, so I mean, maybe.
Right. I think, like, that's where I messed up. I should have kept some hoop dreams.
Yeah.
That'd have been a better lane.
No. How tall are you?
6 foot.
Yeah.
Yep, 6 foot.
Could have played some hoops for sure.
Definitely probably could have been AI. The Mexican AI.
Nah, for real. Yeah. Okay. So, who were you listening to growing up as far as the music stuff goes? Like, who was inspiring you?
Damn. I would have to say, like, my biggest inspirations musically growing up would be, for sure, Young Jeezy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all my big homies, my dad and everybody, like, that's what I would get in the car and listen to. It was a lot of Young Jeezy. Low-key, a lot of E40. And then, like, inspirationally, until recently, Kevin Gates, Lil Durk, Rich Homie Quan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone was definitely on that Rich Homie at one point.
Yeah, on God, like, back in that day, that's like that's what really made me want to make music. Was listening to Rich Homie back then.
That's dope. Okay. What was life like growing up in Aurora?
It was cool, man. Like, I don't know, because, you know, like, when you grow up somewhere, it's just normal.
Right.
Like, you can't really compare it to, like, something else because y'all don't know what the hell was going on over there. But
right.
Aurora was fun, man. I had, like, we were getting in trouble. I was definitely fucking up, but we was having fun. Like, there was a lot of cool shit going on in Aurora when I was a kid.
Hell yeah. What are, like, the different sides of Aurora? Because, like, I feel like, you know, from an outside-in perspective, when I think of Aurora, I just think of Aurora as a whole. But then, like, sometimes I'll see other artists and stuff in the city debate, like, nah, there's this side of Aurora, that side. Like, is there different?
Definitely. Yeah. So I'm from North Aurora.
Okay.
I grew up.
So more near like Colfax and stuff.
Yep, I'm a Colfax baby. I grew up all up and down Colfax. My first address was off of Colfax and Potomac.
Oh, okay.
That's where I like went to middle school, went to elementary school. Then we moved to like South Aurora for a little bit, and then right back down to the facts off of like Airport. So I would have to say I'm a North Aurora baby.
Yeah, yeah. What are like the different sides like, I suppose?
Oh, it's way different. Aurora's so big. Like if you grew up on the north side, like that's the gutter. Like that's Aurora. Like when people are talking about Aurora, like you know Aurora got a bad reputation.
Right.
When you talking about Aurora, for the most part, in my opinion, you're really talking about Mississippi North.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as far as you go, like Mississippi South, like it's still Aurora, but it's starting to get watered down. You're starting to get into like Cherry Creek and like a safer, it's a safer, more environment.
Yeah. I mean, even in Denver, it's like you got the nice parts of Denver. And
right. Yeah, on God. On God.
Okay. And then what was like the Aurora rap scene like, you know, back when before you even started making music? Like, were the people pushing pretty hard, or were you more focused on Denver, or were you even really paying attention to the Colorado scene at that time?
Damn, to be honest with you, I was paying attention. And it's so crazy you say that because, like my dad's a gang member. His little homie's Lil Bad.
Oh, yep, definitely.
So my dad's Big Bad, and I always grew up looking at him make his music and shit, and like he was putting on for Aurora. But at the time when I was looking at all these dudes putting on and like making their music and shit, I didn't really notice exactly the sections. You feel me? Like I didn't like I would hear him mention their section and shit, but I was like secluded to Aurora. All I know is Aurora. Yeah. So when you would talk about your area shit, I wouldn't know about it. But I'll know like, oh, that rapper's from over there. But I would pay attention to him and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
You say your dad is Big Bad?
Mm-hmm.
And then his
little homie is Lil Bad.
Oh, okay. That's dope. That's some history right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually just got introduced to him, Lil Bad, like I want to say like April or May.
Yeah.
And I looked at his catalog and I was like, oh shit,
he's been going forever. That's what I'm saying. Like I grew up like, damn, I want to make music. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't say he was like an idol or nothing, because we ain't really that close. I don't really.
Right.
But I did watch his movement. You know what I mean? I respect his movement. He's definitely a legend from out here.
Hell yeah.
Musically.
Okay. So, you know, you growing up in Aurora, did you like finish high school? Did you not? You get GED, or how did that go?
I got a GED in the pen.
Okay.
GED in the pen and dropped out freshman year of high school.
When
on some Tiger shit. Fuck school. I'm a rapper, dog.
When was that? When did you get your GED?
Damn, that's a couple years ago. I don't remember exactly what year, but I got my GED. What is it? Like 3 years ago? Yeah. Something like that.
What made you drop out freshman year?
Streets.
Yeah.
The streets.
Just focus on other stuff. Yeah.
Focus on the wrong stuff.
Yeah. So looking back now, do you wish you would have kept going? Or?
Yeah, I definitely do. For a lot of reasons, like I be trying to tell like the little homies and just people younger than me, like you miss out on so much fun shit, so much cool shit. Right. Worrying about the wrong shit. Like school is fun, school is cool. Like that's where you vibe, you network. Just like how you want to network as a rapper now, you could do that through high school. Right. You know what I mean? Like going to dances. I never went to a single dance, none of that. Yeah. These are all things like now that I'm older, I'm like, damn, I was fucking up. Should have definitely went.
What high school did you go to?
Hinckley.
Okay, yeah, that's right in Aurora. And then you said you got your GED a couple years ago. What made you decide to go with that?
When you're in the pen, if you get a GED, that's 45 days.
Oh, okay.
45 days off your sentence.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn a lot from that?
To be honest with you, the GED, from what I can remember of it, it's not like a big time learning experience. It's like a lot of basics of every subject matter that you would be going. It's like the basics. Like it wasn't like a learning thing. It was just something to get done.
Right. Okay. So, you know, you going through school, kind of stopped going. Is this when like the music career starts picking up, or how did you transition into making music?
The music shit like happened on accident. How I first started getting into music, it just happened on accident. I remember the homies was rapping, and they was like finna put together like a little group or some shit.
Yeah.
And I always like music, like just been not even just rap music, like I like music. So when I'm sitting there one day, I'm literally going over there to like blow some weed or some shit. They're rapping and shit. I'm listening. I'm like, damn, I could do this. Let me try to write something. Right. Boom, write it. They like it. Ever since then, though, I'll just keep popping up over there to their little studio until I got to a point where I built my own studio in the basement.
Right.
And just kept going.
So you said you started going to the studio with the homies and shit. What studio?
No, it was an at-home studio. We was like literally recording at the homies' apartment in the living room.
Did y'all like go to like Guitar Center or something? Like buy some
like a little bullshit mic. I can't even remember. I remember at one point in time we was like recording off some shit like Audacity or something like Audacity or something weird.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't even got Pro Tools.
Was it like, how was that experience when you were first recording? Was it like, okay, I actually got something with this, or did it kind of take a minute before people start fucking with it, or like how was that experience?
It was like real up and down. Like I remember that whatever like the first little song we made, like people in my group and shit that had heard it and shit, they were like, "Oh, that's hard. Like you should keep rapping." And then I remember a couple times when like you start to get more exposure and it's like not your homies listening.
Right.
Niggas would be like, "Nah, that's not it."
Yeah.
So it's like back and forth.
Right. Okay. And then what year would you say that was roughly when you first started rapping and like recording and stuff?
Damn, I want to say like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Type shit.
Would you say you were taking it serious right away, or was it more kind of just messing around at first?
I wasn't taking it serious at all.
Yeah.
It was just messing around.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really start taking music serious until I met Boozilla.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Boozilla, DIA.
Yeah. How did that relationship make you start taking it serious?
Shit, that was just like the first professional, like real studio I'd ever been to. That was the first time where it was like a real engineer.
Yeah.
And like you could really hear the difference. I'm like, oh shit. That was like I'm still learning shit like mixing and mastering. We're just when you're in the basement, you just record it,
right?
Export whatever, post it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Here I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, you got to pay extra fee. You got to get extra time for this, for mixing and master. So I'm learning and I'm like getting into it. Like, oh, this is hard. Like I see what you're talking about.
So there's more that goes into it at that point.
Yeah, on God.
Hell yeah, no, that's dope. Yeah, I fuck with Boozilla. He's cool person, man.
Shout out Boozilla, man. That's an OG in the game.
Hell yeah, he's like whenever you hear about his name, like he put in a lot of work, a lot of respect for sure.
For sure.
So when did you meet Tana and like becoming a part of the Bird music label come together?
So Tana is actually a friend of my dad's.
Yeah. And
like, so Tana's known me since I was little.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it was like one of those situations where it's like, we didn't get cool. We didn't like link in until we met in the pen.
Okay.
So we met in the pen again. He's like, it was in a visit too, because I didn't even know who he was type shit. We're in a visit. And like, we were cool and shit. But not like I wouldn't say like, oh, that's my boy, you feel me?
Right.
He seen my dad. Him and my dad get up in the middle of a visit in the pit, and they're like, oh, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Right.
And my dad's like, yeah, this is my son. You remember? Whatever. Like, take care of him. And then from that day forward, Tana was like my everyday nigga in the pen.
Oh, okay.
Like, we was kicking it, spreading, eating, whatever, working out, all that. And I just remember, like, every day we would sit on there's like these little benches where we was at, and you could see the street.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a car cruise that would pass by. Me and bro would sit there talking about music and like birthday parties and like cars, whatever, like everything we wanted to do on the street.
Yeah.
And then so later on, all that shit transpired and actually ended up turning me into Bird Gang.
That's dope. Okay. What jail or prison was that at?
That was actually at Camp George West.
Okay.
In Golden.
So y'all were like seeing like car cruises.
Yeah, I think the name of the car cruise is the Golden Cruise or some shit. Okay. It's like in Golden, Colorado.
Yeah.
That shit was like motivation because like It's crazy. Tana really is the one who turned me into a car guy. Tana's a car guy.
I can tell.
Like a motherfucker.
You be in a new car like every month, it seems like. And
So
they
like
always fly shit too. I'm like,
always. He knows how to put together a car. And bro would like break it down to me like he's the one who sparked my... I always like cars. Like every guy like cars.
Yeah.
But like he took it to another level for me. He's like, look at that, bro. Like you don't even understand like the work and like what he's saying...
Right.
With that car, like when you put these kind of rims on this kind of car, like you're saying something, and like he would break it down to me as we would watch the cruise.
Yeah.
Motivation.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, y'all get out and immediately like start making music together and like pushing the label and
No
cars, or like what happened?
No, so like I want to say, bro got out and like immediately was doing music. I took my time a little bit to actually drop something. Like I knew I wanted to do music. I just was like dealing with other shit. And I think I got out a little bit before him.
Yeah.
So when he got out and he immediately started making music, it kind of was like a spark, like almost motivation. Like, damn, I need to get on my shit. I'm trying to do the same thing.
Right.
Boom. So I started pushing. And at first we were just like individually pushing, like we would help each other out, but we wasn't like making music together or even talking about Bird Gang yet.
Yeah. That's dope. Okay. So like what was the, I guess, when did like Eastern Conference come about? Were y'all already pushing music before that video? Or was that around the same time when like y'all...
By the time Eastern Conference had came out, I know for a fact we already had a couple videos out each. And I want to say it was like already doing shows, like already had some momentum, some motion going with the music.
Right. Okay. No, that's dope.
For sure we did.
What do you feel, how do you feel about like Tana's, you know what I'm saying, his work ethic and how he's been, you know, pushing real hard for the scene and the label as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Cause like
Tana is like a real life Gucci man.
No, for real, yeah.
Tana's like real life Gucci man. Like he's got crazy work ethic. It's not just for music. Like just crazy work ethic, period.
Businesses, all that.
Businesses, whatever Tana get involved behind, he gonna like push 100. He gonna give his all to it. But then the best part about working with somebody like that is he gonna make you go harder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can't be around these type of people
unless you're doing something. Yeah.
Unless you doing something, but like not even that, but like you can't be around that type of person and slack off.
Right.
Like if you're a rapper and you come to Bird Gang, by the way he pushes, by the way I push, by the way certain people push, it's gonna make you want to push harder.
Yeah.
You feel me?
One thing I respect about him that I've like always told people too is like he is like a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Like
for
his
sure.
work ethic is obviously like really crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like it's always been love, and it's like
for
don't matter what race you are, it don't matter what your background is.
None of that shit. Like, that's what trips me out too. Is like certain people like who don't like bro and shit. They're like talk bad and be like, you know you're a hater.
Right.
You know you're a hater because I know for a fact he don't ever judge nobody. You could be from over here, from over there.
Right.
If you solid good people, he gon' fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He always push like
everybody.
Yeah. Like you work with him, he's gonna push it. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Like, and that's one thing I always respect. Like and like you said, it's always love. It's never on no like hating ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Or, like it's always just real shit. You know,
right.
And even like if people do push his buttons, it seems like he knows like how to still keep it cool. He's like
that's
whatever.
Crazy.
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I've been
saying?
learning from him a lot too. Like certain shit. Yeah. Before it would irritate me when somebody would do something.
Right.
And my natural reaction would be like do one thing or act a certain way. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, this is chess.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is how you make them eat their words. This is how you
just work hard.
You know what I mean? This is how we battle. This is how we fight that battle.
Right.
Bro's a real life math scientist. He's smart. Bro's smart as fuck.
Yeah, no, for real.
Oh God, he is.
Hell yeah, man.
There's a lot of game to be learned from Tana.
No, for sure. So, how'd y'all like come up? I mean, I guess who all created the label? You feel me? Like, was it him? Was it both y'all? Was it multiple people even behind y'all? Like,
so, I mean, the original label would have to be me, obviously Tana, my boy Rocks, rest in peace, CC, Havoc, and Dom. And like, I mean, probably like there was other people who were like supporting and pushing, but like who actually like built the foundation, who like put in the groundwork, who was like selling T-shirts, making music, or had like an actual part of growing the brand, was those people right there.
Okay, no, that's dope. Yeah, rest in peace, CC. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really know him like that, but I met him a couple times. One was at that video shoot.
Right.
Like, how did he impact your life? You know what I'm saying?
Whew. CC was like another Tana. Like, he was like another big brother to me. Like, somebody that I sucked up a lot of game from.
Yeah.
Like, CC was you know what's crazy? CC got his game, in my opinion, from the feds.
Mm.
And when he came home from the feds and like was putting me on game, he was always preaching to me like, in the feds, it's not this segregation of where you're from over here, you're from the east side, you're from the west side, you're from over here. There's none of that. It's Denver. He would preach that to me every day, like, you gotta push Denver, like, support Denver. So like, I got in the habit of being that way, like, and I like it. Like, it's good. Like, if you're from over here, I don't even necessarily even have to like your music. If you're on the same hustle as me, there's nothing wrong with hitting the share button. There's nothing wrong with working with people from over here, over there. You know what I mean? I'm open to that kind of shit.
Right.
It's good for the city.
No, that's real.
At the end of the day, we're all on the same goal. Put Denver on the map.
Facts.
That's what it really is. That's what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, that's real. What did you learn from being locked up? Obviously, you don't need to go into what happened, all that, but what you know, helped you grow as a man and shit from those situations?
I think the number one thing I got from prison is patience. Like, being patient, not being real, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, quick to make a decision, taking my time with shit. I think that's like the biggest thing that I took. Because, like, being patient applies in so many different things that you go through every day, you feel me?
Right. Oh, that's some good game. Okay. I want to talk about some of your music videos. As far as your page goes, Out on Parole, Rockstar, featuring CMB, Young and Two Times, My Money, Trey Funk. These are some of your biggest ones.
Right.
As far as your platform goes, I'm not sure if you've dropped on other major platforms and stuff like that, but why do you feel like Out on Parole was your biggest, as far as views wise at least, on YouTube so far?
I think it was just I literally think that song did so good because of like the build up of being like the first song home from prison. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that people were doing the Free Charlie shit pretty tough.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you're involved in the Denver music scene at that point in time, you probably knew I was in jail.
I seen the post, you know.
You know what I mean?
Everyone pushing it.
So when I came home, it was kind of like, what's he gonna do? Like, what's he talking about? So I think it had like a lot of excitement to it.
No, for sure. Actually, just seen you dropped on Latin Beast TV too.
Yep.
That's dope. What made you want to drop on a major platform like that?
I just always be looking for different avenues on how to get more exposure, whatever it may be. Like, I just now started getting into like the ads and shit.
Yeah, I know you've been getting posted on BZTV and stuff too.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Like, that kind of stuff. I just be reaching out, trying to expand. That's it.
Yeah, I'll be telling people, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate everyone that comes to me for promo. You've done it, you know.
Right.
But it's really important to hit those other markets too. I'll be telling hella people, like, you know what I'm saying, don't just fuck with Mile High Minute. Like, go mess with like some Texas platforms or wherever you feel like your music would
do good.
Yeah, and I feel like your music would do good in Texas or like Cali, you know what I'm saying, really anywhere in the Southwest.
Right.
Okay.
No, for sure.
I want to talk about this too. Like, the label seems very diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said earlier, you never hear any like racist comments from your label. You never hear like people get mad at someone for their language or them being another race. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's the importance of like coming together with different races and collaborating, and you know what I'm saying? Stuff
we
like
real
that.
Big on that, like real big. Not even just like, it's bigger than just race. Like, we real big on accepting you from over here, you from this ethnicity, whatever it is. Like, we're not going to disrespect that. And like, we make a point to make our music friendly to everybody. Like, even if, like,
Right.
my hood don't fuck with his hood, you could still come fuck with us and make a song if me and you is good.
Right.
Like, I ain't gonna say nothing directly disrespecting a hood or race, nothing. An entire, like, group of people, we're not gonna take a shot at you like that.
Right.
If it's a problem, if it's something, it's gonna be personal,
Right.
straight to the point. That's how we've always structured this Bird Gang shit.
That's real.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna attack nobody's group. If it's
Yeah.
a situation, it's gonna be with who it's with.
No, yeah. And I've seen that, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, obviously, you're Latin, right? Latino,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, obviously, you got a lot of African-Americans in the group. And then even the producers are white. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like...
Lambo's Asian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's definitely that. I think that's cool, too, because I think that's how certain artists ended up blowing up, was off. Like, if you're the first one of your culture, that's a big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you could get your people behind you, that's a big deal. Like, if I could blow up tomorrow off of being Mexican,
Right.
that's gonna be good for all of us.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people don't think of shit like that, though.
No, for real. So, I'm gonna ask this just because, you know what I'm saying, whenever I post, like, Latino artists, a lot of, not even just Latino, but, like, anyone who's not necessarily, like, black saying the N-word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the hard R, it's not the racist word.
Right.
But in the music, you know what I'm saying? Even though you've clearly demonstrated you're doing music videos with, you know, black folks and stuff like that.
Right.
So what's your opinion on that subject, you know what I'm saying? Because I swear, anytime I post someone, like, even, for example, the Chinatown Runner dude I've been posting, like, people been on him about that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's Asian, so, like...
That's, like, a tricky topic.
Right.
Because, in my opinion, it's about where you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, like just being you. Like, yeah, I say nigga a lot.
Right.
But people got to understand, like, I grew up, my dad's a Crip.
Yeah.
All the people I grew up with, like, were black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The dudes that he was bringing around me that I'm looking at, like, that's Unc. That's my uncle. The people who raised me were black and Mexican. So that's just who I am. That's, like, all I know. Like, it wasn't until later on getting out and meeting other circles making music that I started learning, like, oh, some Mexicans don't like that. Some black people don't. Like, even in the pen, there was times where people would go to Tana, like, hey, what's up with the little essay dudes? Hey, nigga, shit. And Tana would be like, he's one of us. So I don't know. I guess it's just different. Like, my opinion would just be you.
Right.
Like, if it don't, like, everybody gonna be mad about something.
Right.
It is what it is.
They mad at Mile High Minutes for sure. But, like, I see where you're coming from, because it's like, and it's almost tough to stop, because when you think about it, you look at the industry, like, you're gonna see the Mexican rappers that ain't saying that, and then you're gonna see Mexican rappers that are saying that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I personally have ran into that problem a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I just ran into it with Latin Beats. If you go on my comments in Latin Beats, it's like some people are like liking the video, but then there's a whole brand of people that hate it. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. My biggest thing would just be you. Like, I ain't gonna change for nobody.
Right.
You feel me? It is what
it
is.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, I just want to hear your opinion on that, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I kind of got to ask, see what, so people can kind of explain where they're coming from and shit.
And what I meant by, like, it's about where you grow up is, I remember my dad's literally, his teachings to me on this kind of topic was like, and it's different for everybody, but for me personally, my dad would tell me, like, when you're black and you're Mexican, like, in these hoods, we're growing up together. You know what I mean? Like, blacks and Mexicans are, like, we're in the same neighborhoods. Like, anywhere you talk about a Compton, you talk about Aurora, any of these hoods, it's going to be blacks and Mexicans. Like, our moms are going to the same grocery stores. We're going to the same schools.
Right.
We're growing up through the same struggle. Now, that I don't mean, like, just blacks and Mexicans, because I know in different areas it'd be, like, white boys growing up with blacks. It's just about where you grow up.
Right.
That's what it is. What's your normal?
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, that's respect. I need to get a quick close-up on that chain, too. That shit.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure to throw that in the interview real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in. Shit, wish we had the diamond tester. That shit been hard.
Yeah, I should have brought it.
That shit blinging, man.
I should have brought it.
Oh, me. You always be coming with the icy chains. The whole bird game be coming with some icy ass chains, man, for real.
For sure.
But let's talk about some more of the music, man. So, like, what would you say would be the first visual you would want someone to check out after this interview?
So, low key is gonna be the one that's finna drop. I just shot over to Land Beast TV. I'm finna drop on Land Beast again, and this is gonna be me, Lambo, and Bravo the Bag Chaser.
Okay, it's that one that I just posted the other day too.
It's that one. Yep, that should be dropping any day now.
Hell yeah! And then what else you got on the way? Like just that visual right now? You got more tape, more music?
I actually got a gang of music on the way. I kind of was like plotting my road out.
Yeah.
Cause I've been doing a lot of random drops. I'm kind of like plotting and orchestrating my drops a little differently right now. But I got a gang of music on the way. I got some new shit with Tana coming. I got some shit coming with G Rollo. Bag Talk.
Yeah, he's hard.
A gang of fools. I've been working with a gang of fools from the city lately.
Oh yeah, I see y'all built that foundation really strong. You know what I'm saying? With the obviously the merch, the studios, the music videos, everything.
Yeah.
You said you plotting. Like, what's kind of the next move for yourself, and also is like the label as a whole. Like, what are some of the ways y'all are gonna move forward? Is there new techniques, marketing techniques? Like, what are some of the plans and objectives?
So I think our big thing right now would be the features. Like we're trying to get some bigger features. Yeah. Obviously, I just got the one with Bravo. Right. I got one with Swifty Blue.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be tough. I'm excited for that one. He's about to be out here.
Yeah, on the 9th or some shit.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna shoot the video when he come down here.
Yeah.
So we got that. Tana just did the Filthy.
Yeah.
He had the one with GT.
Yeah.
So I think our big movement right now would be like focusing on exposure, and then features help with the exposure. But aside from that, it's actually like getting on the road. Yeah, like as much as we love Denver, it's time to go. Like we're trying to go do shows, other places and shit.
I feel that. Nah, Swifty's dope. I'm definitely trying to do an interview with him when he gets here. I know, and I seen just today too, Tana say, should I do a feature with Boosie?
Right.
So, shit.
Yeah.
If that comes, that's gonna mess the city up. I don't know if anyone out here got a Boosie feature. There might be.
Not that I know of, but there might be, because Boosie, what I noticed is, he'll work with you.
Yeah, and him and Tana seem like they got similar mindsets.
Yeah, so on God, I could see that.
Hell yeah. That Swifty one though, that's gonna be nice. I'm definitely looking forward to that shit for real. Is he just going up to Fort Collins for that show, or is he gonna be like in Denver in the Springs and stuff too, or?
I'm not entirely sure what he got planned, but
fair enough.
The last time I had talked to him, he was like, we could either do it in LA because we got to shoot the video. He said we could either do it in LA or we could do it when I go out there for this show.
If you do it out here, that'd be dope.
So that's what I was kind of thinking at first. I was like, damn, I really want to go get some palm trees in the video. Yeah. Go to LA. But with everything going on right now, it's kind of easier just to kick back and wait and let bro come out here.
What's the importance of like going out of state and connecting with people out of state and stuff like that? Because I mean, y'all have demonstrated that a lot more than a lot of artists out here do. So
yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing for a Denver artist. Just because the truth of the matter is, like, other cities are more, they're more cracking on this music shit. Like Denver's not there yet. Right. So you got to take your shit to where it is. And like at the same time, by doing that, you're actually putting Denver on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like by going out to Cali, by going out to Texas, by going out to places where music is more, you know what I mean? People are blowing up and rubbing shoulders with these people. You're actually helping the cause back here too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Real. That's facts. How do you feel about the Colorado scene and like how it's kind of moved since you first got into it? You know what I'm saying? Like since you first started rapping, since you first started, you know, recording with the homies and stuff back in 2015. Like,
I'm proud of the movement. I'm proud of the movement. I think Denver's doing good. Denver's on its way for sure. Like a lot of the artists are harder. I mean, it's night and day compared to when I was young. Like when I was a kid looking at the rappers and shit, it's night and day. Like I could think of, and I could be wrong, it might have just been what I was exposed to, but I could really only think of like a handful of artists
that were really pushing.
That was really pushing for Denver back in the day, that like I was on. You know what I mean? But right now, you could go ask anybody, like any random person off the street probably got an artist they fuck with from out here.
Right.
Because there's so many of us now. There's so many of us, it's actually hard.
Right.
So yeah, I'm proud of the scene. And even what you doing, like the Mile High Mini shit, that's a big deal. Denver need that.
Oh, yeah.
And like the fact that we have that now, it's a big push.
Right.
It's a big push.
I appreciate that. And
all these studios and shit. I remember when I first started doing music, I don't even think there was this many studios.
Oh, no, for sure.
Like, I think when I was really started, it was like KBG or some shit like that. KMG, it was DIA.
Maybe Pat Nanny, I don't know.
Maybe, like, but those were like the only two that I even had heard of.
Right.
Now it's like, you could go anywhere. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
That shit's art.
And money's being made out here too.
Money's being made, yeah. All these videographers and shit. Like, it wasn't like that. I was definitely not like that when I first started doing music.
I've noticed a huge difference, and I've only been doing this since 2018. So like, and like you said, you know what I'm saying?
The very first music video I ever shot was shot by Boozilla.
Oh, okay.
Like, he was that's not like his exact lane.
Right.
But it was like, at the time when I decided to make the video, I can't even really think of who else I would have went to except for like Clearview.
Oh, yeah.
At that point in time, like, I'm like, damn, I don't even know who else was doing it. You know what I mean? Right. So the fact that there's so many options, so much work being put in is good. That's what Denver needed.
No, for sure. How did you first hear about Mile High Mini? Was it that Eastern Conference video shoot, or?
Damn, I kind of want to say that it was. Who did you do some interviews before that?
Yeah. I was doing interviews for about a year.
Because actually, nope. I think I seen was the Polo.
I did the Polo interview.
Was that before that? So then I saw that one. I saw your Polo interview. So I can't remember exactly when, but I know since back then I was like, I gotta get on there.
Hell yeah.
I'm finna get an interview on there. Since back then though.
Hell yeah. Not to make it about Mile High Mini, but like that, like, part of the reason why I even got into this was because, like, I seen all the dope artists out here.
Yeah.
But I noticed, like, you know, I seen some interviews, like, before Mile High Mini started.
Right.
But it would be, like, a couple interviews. You know what I'm saying? No one was really pushing.
Exactly.
And I was watching, like, the Say Cheeses and all that shit, you know what I'm saying, out of state. And I'm like, damn, like, it's just like a light bulb.
It's a lane.
You feel me?
It's
like, there's got to be a whole lane for this.
Yeah, like, it's out here, it's an open lane.
Yeah.
On God.
So, shit, I was like, fuck it.
It's crazy, too, because I remember, like, looking at the Say Cheeses and all that shit, too, and just be thinking, like, damn, that's what we need. Because, like, some of the stuff that puts artists on don't be the music videos.
Right.
Sometimes, like, look at, like, Swifty Blue, for example.
Right, yeah.
I promise you, if you haven't heard a Swifty Blue song, I bet you seen like an interview.
Oh no, for sure.
Or
he was just going viral like last month.
Yeah, something. You seen something. That check-in shit, like
And
like it'd be like the blogs that push that shit, that get that shit cracking. So like the fact that we got that now, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
And like honestly, I could be doing a lot better though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and I'm doing my best to get there, but it's all a process. Like, we all just trying to push. You feel me?
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to push the city and shit.
I think you're doing good. Because, like, I was just telling Tana, I was like, we need more, like, you know how you be doing them clips?
Like the interview clips?
Yeah. But you're like, you do it like where, like, such and such said such and such.
Title it.
And then
are you talking about Instagram or the YouTube?
On Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's just a snippet of the interview, but it's like the most juiciest part. And like you might hype it up. Like for like just an example, like Tana Timber says he's LeBron James of rap.
Yeah.
And that'll be the title.
Right.
Like you see that in other cities all the time. I'm like, we need that, and the fact that you doing it the way you doing it is good.
Yeah. No,
it's good.
Speaking of which, when I reposted that old interview with Tana.
Yeah, I saw when you did that from the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
I seen that on me.
She went pretty viral. Let me see it. My bad. Yeah, 33,000 on TikTok.
Yeah, that's hard.
It was like, and it was a positive thing. Like he said, you know, they sleep on Denver, but we give them something to wake up to. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
Hard.
It's like,
but see, that little stuff is what actually gains artists like exposure that they need. Like he
makes
probably
y'all
got
popular.
a bunch of fans from that he wouldn't have got from just posting a music video.
And it works both ways too, cause like then I get a bunch of fans from y'all. You know
I
what
get
I'm
that too. Like it's a whole circle. The
Facts.
bigger Mile High Minute get, the bigger the artists get who get on a Mile High Minute. If you got a thing from Baby Tomorrow, from Lil Baby, just as an example, everybody who was ever on a Mile High Minute is gonna get exposure from that, cause now everybody finna go look. It goes both ways. Dude.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man. So I appreciate the support and shit. You feel me?
Hell
that
yeah.
shit means a lot. But back into your story a little bit. So we basically, you know what I'm saying, talked about everything growing up. We talked about the label.
Yeah.
Talked about what you learned going through, you know, the system and shit. Like, what's the future look like for you? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you want to see the label, yourself, all that?
I'm really trying to push this music shit like as far as I could take it. As far as I could take it. Like, I don't really got like a goal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get this big. I just, as far as it could get me in the next couple years, like really just press on the gas on it. And that goes for the label too. Like, I want to see everybody from the label get further. And you know what I mean? Like, if it's not me, then hopefully it's Lil Bro or somebody to blow and really like be that for the city. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie to you. In all honesty, I feel like we're close.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're definitely close. Yeah, like exactly. Like you could taste it. So I'm like, we're just trying to knock that door down.
I feel like it's been like that for the past 2 years too. Like you can, it's like just getting
on me. Yeah, God.
And like you slowly see people from out of state. Like, what's going on in Denver? You know what I'm saying? Like big people and big labels, whoever. You know, they be really paying attention. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's definitely going. I'm telling you, I fuck with a lot of fools from out of town.
Oh yeah.
And when I start putting them on shit, they be like, damn, like Denver's hard. They be wanting to come out here and shit. I'm like, nah, you don't want to come out here, but pay attention.
No, I'll be tapping in with all the blogs out of state and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do my little part. You know. So you ain't lying. Okay, so what about the name? I probably should ask this at the beginning of the interview, but like, where'd the name Charlie Vuitton come from?
So it's actually just my initials. It's just the initials from my government name.
Okay.
I was like, from as a kid, my mom and shit called me Carlitos. A lot of people don't know this, but Carlitos in English is Charlie.
Oh, okay.
So like some people will call me Charlie.
Yeah.
And then the Vuitton, I always just liked Louis because of the LV, because of the V, because of my last name. So I just put it together, just ran with that shit.
Oh yeah. And then like, what's like one crazy story or something you can speak on, you know what I'm saying, that like really helped you grow as a man? Like some crazy near-death experience, just anything, something that like you can't.
It wasn't even a near-death experience. I think my biggest memory is a trip to New York. Went to New York, and this is what really got me into like doing music. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting money out the streets for a good little while. Went to New York, and I was actually out there for like some religious shit.
Are you still religious?
Yeah.
Christian or?
Nah, I'm actually Catholic, but I practice Word of Yoruban. That's what these beads are. But I was out there doing a ceremony, and when I was out there, just seeing the speed, seeing the way hustlers move out there, the way they talk, the way everything goes, I actually went to Starlet's, the strip club out there. And that place changed my life. Like, I just seen so many people in it's a little ass building. Like, that strip club is teeny, and it's probably one of the most famous strip clubs. Yeah. Everybody's balling. Like, you could be a baller. You could go in there with a 10 ball, a 50 ball, whatever. You're not gonna be special. Yeah. And that's what really hit me in the face. Like, damn, that little shit you doing in Denver that people be excited about, it's not that. It's really not that. You're not him like you think you are. And that shit just made me hungry. Like, okay. I know, like, and it also taught me, like, the streets ain't gonna do that either. You know what I mean? This shit comes with a end date. This music shit don't have that. Like, you could really ball forever off of music. Like, it opens so many different lanes, whether it's a business you open that you later on down the road, whatever. Music has a long lifespan. You know what I mean? And that shit motivated me.
That's real. Okay. And then I'm gonna throw back a little bit too. Pause, but like Sorry,
He said pause.
I'm gonna cut that. I don't know why the fuck I said that.
No, you good.
But the 50, was it the 50K challenge or the 100K challenge when Tana came out?
Yeah, the bread.
Yeah. What was like the idea behind that, and like how did that all come together? Because I remember, I'm pretty sure you did it too, right?
Yeah, I ain't
y'all
gonna
had the
hold
city
you.
in storm, man. Y'all.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even think I was in town when Tana did his.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think I was in town. And wherever I was at, I was getting a bag.
Yeah.
So like when I seen bro do it, cause it wasn't even a challenge. I don't know what the fuck Tana had going on. He just did it. Like it was just some shit. Like that be what we be on. Like all day we just be like playing around, thinking of little like thinking of shit. Like what can we do to like set the city off? What's go piss some people off and make some people happy. And that happened to be it that day. And I remember seeing it. I was out of town and I seen it and I was like, oh, okay, bet. Watch this. Went and grabbed some money and was like, and I'm stupid too, because I was like, damn, if I'd have waited a couple more hours, I could have posted more money.
Yeah.
I remember that. But yeah, that shit was fun. That was cool.
Yeah. I know. I be seeing y'all on TikTok. Y'all be throwing some funny shit up there.
Yeah, it's just like random shit.
Yeah. All right, man.
Oh, me.
What's like the most important piece of game you would tell your old self looking back now?
Shit, to be honest with you, value your freedom. Value your freedom and be patient. Like, don't nothing come overnight and don't nothing come from a sale. You know what I mean? So,
that's real.
Like, be patient.
Okay. What's like the biggest piece of game? I mean, you kind of probably already answered this, but like, what's the biggest piece of game you learned from Tana?
That's tough. I would have to say, that's a good one. Really, it's like what I had told you about picking and choosing your battles and how you go to war with people. Like literally like that. Like how to conquer, like art of war type shit. How to achieve goals, how to like make bigger impacts, bigger moves. Like it's like I could do it this way and gain whatever, right? But Tana's the type to sit back and think like, no, if you do it this way, you're gonna get this much bigger of an outcome. You know what I mean? What you put in is what you get out. So take your time and like think on how you really want to do that.
Right. Okay. And then what's one piece of advice you would give to any upcoming entrepreneur artist that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to start their own business or get into music? Like shit, stay down. Stay down. Like at any given moment something could crack. Like stay hungry, stay down, stay solid, and be patient. Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You got any final thoughts, any last minute things you want to speak on, shout outs?
Nah, just go get that new video. Show us, Big Lambo, Bravo the Bag Chaser.
Hell yeah. Where can people find you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that, man?
VVS.Charlie. Charlie Vuitton on IG, everything else.
Hell yeah, man. Make sure y'all go follow Charlie Vuitton on everything. All links will be in the description of this video. Make sure y'all go stream his music. Like I said, just Google it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment down below who you want to see next in the Mile High Minute. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drops. Shout out to sponsor today's video, 3 AM Water and Dream Space Studios. Go get that hydration for the go-getters. And shit, man, I think that just about wraps it up.
Right on. Shout out Mile High Minute. Hey,
Hell yeah, man. Make sure y'all go follow Mile High Minute on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe.
Yes, sir.
We out. Appreciate it.